Welcome to Learning Excel. My name is Raphael. In this video now, we're going to cover the last option of the what if analysis. So go to your data tab. Under the what if analysis, you can see the data table. The data table, see the results of multiple inputs at the same time. So before I do that, let's see what we're trying to set up here. As you can see, this is the PMT, which is a payment of loan formula. If I double click this, you can see the actual formula. And we've gone over this before, but basically it's taking the interest rate and dividing it by 12 as is an annual. Then it's also taking B4, which is the number of months, the payments for the loan. And finally the B2, which is the borrowed loan. So that's how you get your PMT, and we've talked about that before. So having said that, what we're going to try to do is look at how two variables change the PMT. So for example, these are the two variables, interest rate and number of monthly payments. So what happens to the total here if I change the interest rate to, let's say, 4%? So if I change it to 4% with the $125,000 borrowed at 60 months, it's going to go a little down. What if I changed it to a higher percent? So let's say 8% where the credit is bad. That's obviously going to go up, as you can see. That's one variable altered. The other ones I can alter, of course, is the number of monthly payments in years. So as mentioned here, if I double click this is basically taking the years the loan to pay and multiplying it by 12. So let's say now if I increase the years from 5 to 10, what's going to happen to this? So as I press enter, you'll see that it's decreasing. And if I change this to, let's say, 15 years, it's decreasing also. If I change this to 20 years, it's going to change also. Now, this is a great way of finding it here because it's going to take you 240 months at 8% to pay this. And these are the two variables that we're constantly changing. And you can see that. But wouldn't it be great if we could see the result sets of these two variables being altered at the same time in a table format? So this is where the last what if analysis comes in handy. Finding the PMT as we adjust the two variables can be a little difficult to remember. We can't remember what we looked at the numbers here. It would be better to have a table to view the PMT as each variable is changed. This is where the data table of the what if scenario forecast comes in handy. So let's see how we can do that. So here now I've taken this to the next tab here and I've set up the table. So let's see what we have to do. So as far as this is concerned, this is virtually identical. Nothing has changed here. You've got the loan borrowed, you've got the interest rate, you've got the number of months, years to pay as we're doing, and here's the PMT calculation. The only thing I've added, of course, as you can see here, is just a title of various interest rates. These are basically the years rather than just putting the months, but it's going to be calculating by the months. So 3 years is 36 months, 4 years is 48, and so on, right up to 10 years. So these are the monthly payments right here. And this is the PMT calculation. And at the same time now, I've got percentages, or interest rate, I should say, in percentages by 3, 3.5, 4, and increasing, as you can see, by 0.5 right up to 9%. So the whole idea now is to, rather than getting that one individual result set of the PMT, the payment loan, and changing these variables and then looking at it here, we can get it in a table format. And that's the beauty of using this analysis. So let's see how we do that. So in order to do the what ifs analysis and create a table, if you will, of the thing, this is what you have to do. Grab the PMT. You must grab the PMT, left click, and grab all the years or months here, I should say. Go all the way down until you grab all the data reflecting the percentages and the months. Once you've done that, go to your data tab, go to your what if analysis, and go data table. Now this little window will pop up and it's asking you for the row input. So the row input cell is the number of payments. So in this particular case, it's number of payments here. And I'm going to click B4. Then it's asking for the column input cell. So as I said, the column for cell is this right here, and this is the interest rate that we're taught one of the results for. So we're going to ask related to the interest rate in B3. As soon as I go there, what it's going to do is going to basically create a table of all the percentages multiplied by this PMT formula for 36 months at 3%, for 48 months at 3%, for 60 months at 3%, and so on. It'll instantly feed this rather than me guessing at it. So as soon as I press OK, you'll see those numbers suddenly pop up. So now let's go over here. Let's just quickly format it so I can see them a little better. And there we go. And if you wanted to change them into formulas, into dollar signs, you certainly can. So at 3% now, at 36 months, it's going to take $3,635 to pay it off, and so on. So suddenly you get a visual representation of all the interest rates at 5% increments of how many years it takes. So if you took a now let's start changing to see what happens. What happens if I gave a 10-year loan? So this is a 5-year loan. I'm going to create it a 10-year loan. And look at them, the value numbers, they're all going to change. What if, let me change that to 5 years. If I change that to 5-year loan, you're going to see I have 60 months, and these are changing accordingly. What if the second variable changed? What if I got a better interest rate at 5% to 3%? And if I press enter, you'll see that it's $2,024.46. Now, I can obviously verify this by looking at the 3% here, 3%, and it's 60 months. So it's right this value right here, as you can see. There it goes. And let's see if we change this to, say, 7 years at 3%. Now let's change this actually, so we're going to try to go for a different number. Let's say your credit's not good, it's gone 6%. Your payment's going to be $1,826 a month. So let's look at it to verify it. Loan 7 years at 6%. Go all the way down 6%. So $1,826. So this is what the what if scenario allows you to do, is basically take this scenario right here of viewing the payment loan one cell at a time and converting it, if you will, into a table, which this is. And now you can visually see, and I've only got 10 years, of course, here, but if you wanted to extend it to 30 years, you're certainly more than welcome to do that. Just expand this from 120 continuously to 30, and that'll be fine. And that's it. That's all I want to discuss with the data table what-if scenario. So I'm going to leave it here, and we'll continue with the next video. So my name is Raphael, and this is Learning Excel. See you in the next video.